Howdy, and welcome to the Highline Herd podcast, where stories ride strong and the bond between folks and their horses runs deep. Each Sunday, we're talking everything from trail tips and tack to good old horse sense and the people who live it every day. Keep up with the herd by following us over on Instagram at the Highline Herd and swinging by our website at thehighlineherd.com. Now, let's ride into today's episode. Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Highline Herd. I'm Skylar.
And I'm Shelby.
And today we are going to be talking about supplements and their benefits to horses.
Yeah, and disclaimer, we are not veterinarians. We are
No.
providing this information for you guys so that maybe you hear about something we mentioned in this episode and you want to research it yourself, or you want to talk to your vet about it, or any number of things. We are not vets. We are not recommending treatments. We are not prescribing anything. We are providing information. So, let's get into it, because supplements involve so much.
There is, I think any horse person walking into like the feed store and going down the supplement aisle, just their eyes pop out of their heads.
And then you get like the new horse people who wonder, oh my gosh, what do I need? Do I need all of this? Do I need none of this? Like,
Yeah.
what's good? What's bad? What's beneficial? What's harmful?
What can I combine?
Yeah.
Just think
you
about
feel a lot like an alchemist in there.
Yeah, oh yeah. Think about how many dietary supplements there are out there for humans.
Oh, it's insane.
There's-
And how many are harmful?
Exactly. How many are fake? How many, really do the opposite of what they are prescribed to do or what they claim that they do?
If you see studies regarding a specific type of supplement, do your research on those studies.
Yes.
So the first product off the top of my head, we are not promoting, we are not degrading. I am merely using this product as an example. Fluid Flex.
Ah, yeah.
When you see studies about the effectiveness of Fluid Flex, make sure you pay attention to who is funding that study, who is in charge of that study. Because some supplement brands, not the one I mentioned, I have no knowledge of this particular brand, it's just one I've seen on the shelves. There are certain supplements out there, or products, that say they are beneficial, when in reality they are just snake oil.
Mhm.
They have no use, they have no effect, sometimes their effect is even harmful.
Mm-hmm.
So when you are doing your research about what supplements to give your horses, carefully research the studies linked to those supplements, because not all studies are legitimate.
Yes.
Same for human supplements.
Yes.
Do your careful research.
Do
The
your due
research
diligence.
you are taught in schools when writing an essay. Look into the writers of the study.
Yes.
Check everything.
Yeah.
So,
It's just going to help you down the lines. So
It really
even if we
is.
do mention brands, keep in mind, we're not recommending them. We're just naming brands that we've seen or used or experienced other people using.
right. We are not here to provide any official yay or nay.
Yeah.
We are just providing you guys with information to do your own research and use your own critical thinking skills and common sense to figure out if you want to use this product, if you want to recommend this product, if you to your vet, if you want to research the product.
Mhm.
We are merely providers of information.
Yes.
Now, to get us started, there are so many types of supplements out there.
Oh boy, yes there
You
are.
have fat supplements, electrolytes, joint supplements, supplements claiming to make up for deficiencies, supplements claiming to calm your horses, supplements claiming to energize your horses.
Supplements claiming to control pests or flies.
Yes, there are supplements out there that claim to do a million things, and if it sounds too good to be true, it probably
usually
is. So let's get started with electrolytes.
We've covered them in previous episodes, talking about watering.
Yeah, so
and-
this will be a short discussion.
Yeah.
My opinion is most electrolytes are crap unless you're better. You are truly better off just feeding salt as part of your horse's daily diet, as well as providing a salt block.
Yeah.
A tablespoon or a teaspoon of loose salt in their dinner daily, and a salt block is usually sufficient for most horses.
Yes.
To stay hydrated.
Yeah. And based on your region, too. Do your research, again. Find out what minerals, what the soil type is like, and what they need in their diet to have a complete diet.
Yeah, we live in the Midwest, closer to Canada. So we are not super hot. We are not super humid. We do not have the crazy temperatures of Florida or Arizona. So when we say electrolytes aren't super effective for our area and that salt is a better alternative, that's what works for us in our area. We cannot speak for Florida.
No.
We cannot speak for New Zealand. We cannot speak for Arizona, right? We don't live there.
No.
Maybe giving your horses electrolytes once a week there is really useful. That's where your research and talking to the people around you comes into play. But daily salt is hugely beneficial. We have both noticed a huge difference in our horses' drinking habits and energy levels since adding daily salt.
Oh, yes.
Now we are also, that's actually a great segue, mineral salts. We are not adding table salt. We are not adding plain iodized salt. We are not adding sea salt or Himalayan salt. We are using mineral salts. The salt I prefer, and again, this is where personal preference comes into play too.
Oh, yeah.
The salt I prefer to use is, what's the word? The salt I prefer to use is specifically designed for our area and is produced nearby. It is produced maybe an hour from our location. Yeah. That is the salt I prefer to use because it's designed for our area. It's designed to provide the minerals that our soil naturally lacks. Skylar prefers.
I just use trace mineral salts. I think it is created in Oregon. So it's on the West Coast.
Against the Pacific Ocean, not the Atlantic.
Yeah, I almost said the East Coast. But we're on the East Coast-ish area. It's fine. We're directionally challenged sometimes. Yeah, it's fine.
We don't have a map in front of us. Give us a map, we'll figure it out. But off the top of our heads, we get lost.
Yeah, but I mean, it's just a very general brand. It's something that I was able to acquire to test and see if it helped my horses. Yeah. And it really did. And from this, I've learned, okay, mineral salt is the way to go. And like Shelby sources hers locally, that's probably what I'm going to do in the future.
Yeah, and that's where cost comes into play.
Yes.
Using a trace mineral salt is cheaper, but it's also about what can you afford and what's effective and works for you.
Yeah.
So, as you guys know, on this podcast, we are realistic horse owners. We are not speaking from the perspective of horse owners who have an $8,000 budget for our supplement shelf. We are horse owners who have like $50 to spend to stock our supplement shelf.
Yes.
I prefer to use half of that budget for salt. But because I have noticed such a huge difference in my horses, it's worth it to me.
It's worth every penny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what you guys have to decide, what's worth it to you.
Yes.
Which brings us into supplements that claim to make up for certain deficiencies.
Yes.
If you suspect your horse has a vitamin deficiency, please consult your veterinarian first.
Yes.
A lot of these supplements that claim to make up for these deficiencies can actually cause toxicity to your horse's system and damage their systems long term, if not life-threatening.
Yeah.
So selenium is hugely important for horses. They get it from the soil, and it is massively important for them. It is so beneficial for antioxidants, muscle, nerve, immune health. But if they have too much of it, which is absolutely possible to do, then this can cause severe issues for them and their muscles and their nerves. So, if you are looking at supplements that say they are going to boost your horse's selenium intake, consult your veterinarian. And if you're feeding a feed, make sure the feed doesn't have excess selenium in it.
You don't want to overload your horse on something, just like you don't want to take a bunch of vitamins that you don't need.
Right. Just like it's harmful for you to have an excess of things like vitamin A or vitamin K, your horse can have an excess of vitamins as well.
Yep.
So I know the feed and salt I use boosts my horse's selenium, which means I should not be feeding anything else that contains it.
Mm-hmm.
But what I feed, what I give my horses, is designed for the area. I bear that in mind, right? So something you guys should bear in mind as well. What is your area deficient in? And are you already providing them a way to make up for that deficiency?
Yeah, I've noticed there's a lot of horse owners who don't know their area is lacking and what their horse needs because of the area that they live in. And that's so important. It's so vital to your horse's health overall. And any issues that may arise could be solved by that.
Yeah, the amount of people I know that want to test their hay for sugar, which is a whole other episode that I will absolutely go off on after speaking to nutritionists and seeing multiple posts from nutritionists. That's a whole other thing.
Yeah.
Test your hay for minerals, though. That will give you a great idea for what is actually available and what your horse is actually consuming.
Yes.
So selenium is one of those things. Copper and zinc are all things as well that they get from their environment. Again, please talk to your vet first before adding these things into their diet.
Mm-hmm.
There are products out there that claim to help the deficiency. Things like Red Cell claim to help with iron levels. So if you have an anemic horse, Red Cell claims to help that. You do not just give Red Cell willy-nilly, though. Consult your veterinarian, please. For the health of your horse, for the sake of your wallet, for your own sanity.
Yes.
Do not be overloading your horses with things willy-nilly.
Mm-hmm.
And if you do feel like you need these supplements, please evaluate why. Sometimes it is a training issue, or sometimes there is something deeper going on in their body.
Yes.
So, we are probably going to say that a lot throughout this episode. But this is something
It's very important.
It's very important. It's very crucial.
If we repeat it, it's because we're trying to impose on you how important it is.
It is. And if you don't trust your vet, please get a new vet.
Yes. That's a big one.
It is.
Picking your horse's people. We have a whole episode.
Episode.
Yes.
And if you guys want us to make an episode on veterinarian red flags, we will.
Or heck, if you guys want us to try to get a vet to come on here as a guest, let us know. Any questions that you have to other vets, we'd love to ask them. And we might be able to get somebody on.
Yeah, so guys, remember, the purpose of our podcast is to provide you community.
Yes.
It is to provide a safe space for questions and a safe space for new horse owners who feel like these might be intimidating questions or stupid questions and they're afraid of being humiliated.
And not just new horse owners. Like if you're a longtime horse owner like myself, I'm still learning so much about horse ownership and the ins and outs and the little fine-tuned things that I'm benefiting just doing research for the podcast.
Right. I know an old cowboy who is constantly trying to better his horsemanship. I have no idea how to describe her, so I'm just going to put trainer in, who's been around horses her entire life, competing, roping, ranching, the whole deal.
Yeah.
Every lesson I have with her, she is telling me about an article she read or a post she saw or something she saw that made her consider her viewpoint or why she does something or her horsemanship.
Yeah.
You're never too old to learn.
Nope.
You're never too experienced to try something new.
Yes.
So,
again, we just want to create a safe space where education is
and maybe we help people from learning the hard lessons that we've learned. Like making sure your horses are drinking enough. That was a lesson I had to learn the hard way. And even though it kind of came out of left field for me, it was still a learning experience.
Yeah.
It was still something I am hyper vigilant about now. Oh, you're not drinking water? Cool. Extra salt. And let's just flavor your water just because. I have one horse who, if I flavor his water, he will drain it within 2 seconds of me even dumping it in the bucket. So, it's effective.
Sugar!
Yeah! Tasty. He's so fat. So let's get back on topic
Back
here.
on track. Oops.
Yeah. And let's stay in the realm of vitamins and minerals for a minute before we go off on some other stuff. One such one you see a lot of mention about is vitamin E. Now, vitamin E is actually something I know our horses in our area tend to be deficient in. Again, speaking from experience, speaking to other horse owners, speaking to veterinarians. Vitamin E is an antioxidant protection. It's hugely important for their neurological function, for their muscle function, for the all those little things that help keep their joints fluid. Vitamin E is hugely beneficial for that. My guys are on vitamin E. They don't get very much. But this one, it is hugely beneficial to your horse. But again, you do not want to overload them with this, even with all the benefits.
Yeah.
It is great for their skin, though. I have one horse who has a lot of skin issues after having a very severe sunburn before I got him. Vitamin E is helping with his skin health. I have another horse who is on it because he has issues with his stifle. So the way their tendons work, if you guys know about that, the tendons are on kind of a track, like a train track in their stifle, similar to our knee. And what happens with him is those tendons can actually slip off that track, causing him to stumble. And vitamin E has really helped those tendons stay where they're supposed to be and made him a lot more sure-footed again.
Yeah.
So that one is one I have personal experience with. I really like, but I don't add it to my horses willy-nilly unless there is legitimately something going on that I feel they need it. So the pony who has the skin issues, he gets a very, very small amount to help his skin. But the ones I have that have actual joint issues get a little bit more because of that. I'm bearing that kind of stuff in mind. Vitamin E is also the main treatment for things like EPM, the possum disease. Yeah. If your horses get EPM, the first thing your vet's going to tell you to do, overload them with vitamin E because EPM completely drains them of it. I know a lot of horses with EPM that as soon as their owners think they're going to have a flare-up or an increase in stress, they spike that vitamin E because it really helps with that. So the third one we're going to touch on that falls into the realm of minerals and vitamins, but you can add more freely without as much worry, is magnesium. This is a really common ingredient for calming supplements.
Yes.
I've actually been recommended to put one of my horses on it, but I'm not a huge fan of adding things to my horse's diet willy-nilly. And I can tell you right now, his anxiety is purely about he needs more field trip time. It's nothing like some horses legitimately need magnesium or raspberry leaves to help them settle.
Yes.
Mares really need raspberry leaves sometimes to help with the hormones, which I don't blame them because Skylar and I we relate to that a little bit.
A little bit. A lot of it.
Yeah. But magnesium is known for its calming effects mainly, and it can help a lot with relaxation and everything. So horses that tend to have tremors or tying up issues, it can help them out with that by helping their bodies relax a little bit.
A lot of anxieties and spookiness, just restlessness.
Yeah. But if you're looking to add magnesium into your horse's diet, find a reputable brand. There are a lot of brands out there that claim to have magnesium in them. I have found maybe only a handful of them actually are effective.
Yes.
One thing you guys have to remember is supplement brands are not required to list every single ingredient in that product. They're not even, if I remember correctly, they're not even required to be honest about what they put on the label at all.
Yeah.
So they can say the main active ingredient is 90% magnesium, when in reality it might only be like 2%.
Yeah.
Don't trust everything you read on the package. Do your own research.
Do your due diligence. Make sure that you kind of check all the boxes before you start your horse on a supplement.
Yeah. Magnesium, selenium, and vitamin E are kind of the main ones you'll see out there.
more common ones.
They
Mhm.
are, at least for our area.
Yes.
So that's kind of the ones we're going to focus on. Again, if you suspect there is a deficiency, please talk to your veterinarian and have your horses tested. There are specific blood tests out there to test for these kinds of things. So if you want to dive into the realm of fat supplements, which is actually a really cool one, I think, because fat supplementation for horses is so fascinating because you've got the old school method of adding things like oats, corn, or corn oil. Or you can go new age and buy true fat supplements from reputable brands. Like,
Mhm.
there's a specific Freed brand I really like their fat supplement. I know there's another really popular one that has a similar fat supplement, but it doesn't have the same content of fat, which is why I go with one versus the other.
Yeah, and you'll have to look. Every single brand of feed is different. Every type of supplement is different.
Yeah.
You know, the active ingredients, the levels, all of it.
Yeah, I know there's a fat supplement brand I really like if you're on a budget because you don't have to feed very much, but it's super beneficial, and it has flaxseed added in, so it's also really great for their coat and skin health, and just makes them look nice and shiny.
Yes,
They
a
look
lot of people do
gorgeous.
that for like showing or, you know, competition based.
Oh yeah, flaxseed is amazing.
Yes.
It's expensive though to just buy raw flaxseed.
Yeah.
I've like looked into it because I'm like, oh, maybe I want to add that into my guy's diet just for vanity purposes, and because flaxseed's more about vanity, guys, than anything.
Oh yeah.
But it's expensive to get raw flaxseed. But
Yes.
the product I'm talking about is a fat supplement is with flaxseed added in, so
It's a double whammy.
it is. It smells like cake.
Oh.
It smells really good.
Oh no.
But I knew a horse that would turn her nose up at it. She was the hardest keeper because she was so picky.
Just didn't want it.
Didn't want
Man.
alfalfa.
Oh my gosh.
Turned up her nose at a supplement that smelled like cake. Turned up her nose at alfalfa.
And what was wrong with this one?
Everything. When they actually did the necropsy, they found out she had a lot of intestinal issues. She was like loaded with cancer and sores.
Oh, poor thing.
Yeah, so I imagine eating in general was not fun for her. Feel bad for her. She was mentally she was not all there, but temperament wise she was very sweet. So one of those things that you wish someone had done right by her in the beginning.
Yeah.
But she was always described as an old farm horse.
Oh.
Yeah. So who knows how she was created.
Yeah.
Fat supplements are really cool though, and they're really great for your hard keepers and your seniors. Those are the ones. Do your research, but there are so many out there
Yeah. Oh
that
gosh.
if you're like me, where you're loyal to a specific feed brand, just stick with that.
If they have something that's more, you know, specialized to what your taste is or what your horse's needs are, go for it. Consider it as an option.
Yeah, because the brand I use, they have, I want to say 3 levels for their fat supplement. They've got the 40%, and then they've got, I want to say a 60%. No, it's 25%, 40%, and 100%. So the amount of fat changes.
Yeah.
But remember too, when you're eyeing a fat supplement, bear in mind there is a certain amount of fat in their feed. So maybe change your feed before adding in a supplement. That's always something to consider.
Yeah.
Now let's really get into like the supplement section. So we talked a little bit about vitamins and minerals and fat supplements. One of the really popular ones you're going to see a lot of on the market and a lot of in feed stores is joint supplements.
Yuppers.
Now this one I've done quite a bit of research on because I have joint horses in my barn. And I know Skylar has done the same.
Yes.
And we both have a product we absolutely adore. And I can name so many people now that I've expanded my own circle that adore this product as well.
Yeah, I've talked to multiple people and actually convinced a couple of them to give it a shot, you know, based on talking to them and what was going on with their horses. And it's an amazing joint supplement. We're not going to name names just because, you know.
Well, there's a couple different
hard.
brands coming out for it now.
Yes.
And in the interest of total clarity, I can't think of the actual word I want, but so clarity is what we're working with.
Okay.
In the interest of total clarity, MSM is the joint supplement we swear by.
Yeah.
We are not sponsored in any way. We are not advertising them in any way. And as I said, there's a couple different brands now doing the MSM. I know there's a specific one that Skylar and I are very loyal to. But I know there's a couple other companies coming out with it now because they're jumping on the bandwagon.
Oh, yeah.
But MSM is fantastic because it's
Yes.
natural.
Yes.
Unlike other joint supplements, MSM doesn't pose the same dangers to young horses or pregnant horses. It does not pose the same issues with medications that some other ones do. You can give MSM and Butte right together.
Yeah.
There are some joint supplements you cannot give
can't
with
combine.
medications.
Yeah.
Again, speak to your vet.
Yes.
Your horse may be on a supplement that they need to be aware of when medicating. But MSM is something we swear by. It is so great for their joints. It's very natural because it's very natural. Again, I know people that use it preemptively. They give it to their 2-year-olds. Mainly track horses. Harness racing is really big in our area. They give MSM as a preventative when they starting them on the track, just to help their joints and help with any discomfort that may come from training.
Yeah. All 3 of my horses get it. Even my Mustang, he's now 3. So he's not rideable, like right now. He's not.
His age, he
Anything
needs
like
growing.
Yeah, he has a lot of growing to do. Ugh. We're not going to talk about that. But
It's great for joints. It's great for
great.
connective tissue. I swear by combining it with vitamin E. I have found, I have a horse in my barn who has severe arthritis. So if you want to, name all the list of arthritis, I can pretty much tell you everything. So ring bone, all of it. He's got all of it.
Yeah. Poor
Plus,
thing.
I feel so bad for this guy. Plus navicular.
Oh, God.
But the vitamin E MSM combo has been so beneficial for him. So, something to think about, right? We are providing you guys information in our own experience. And my experience is vitamin E and MSM are a fantastic combo to support joint health and soft tissue health. If you're looking at joint supplements, I just want to run through this list really quick for you guys. So when you're looking at products, you can look at the ingredients and verify if the product is worth your money. Because some of those joint supplements get expensive.
It gets so pricey. Yeah.
Yeah, it's that supplement aisle, man. I think some people take out a second loan on their house.
Oh, yeah. It's just like, how do you afford buying these supplements, twice a month or maybe 3 times a month, depending on the feeding that they're doing?
I know somebody that had to buy it every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
They were stocking up on their joint supplements every 2 weeks, and not cheap supplements either.
Oh.
It was like $100, $100 plus.
Yeah. And not just for joint supplements. This can go for any supplement that you get for your horse. Some of them can be pretty pricey. And that's something that you have to, consider. Is this something I can afford? Is this something that is really going to help my horse? Or has a vet recommended this thing for my horse?
Yeah, I know there's gut supplements out there, but I can tell you guys right now, I won't use most of them. There's one brand I have in mind that I will never touch with a 10-foot pole for any kind of supplement.
Yeah, I've got a couple of those too.
Yeah. It's just snake oil.
Yeah, it's just from stories that we've heard, from research that we've seen, and a lot of whistleblowers on social media will be like, hey, guys, heads up.
Right. This company isn't doing what they're saying they're doing. They aren't using the product that they're saying they're using in their thing. So, again, do your guys' research. So before we jump into do a quick overview of gut supplements, because both Skylar and I use those actively right now. Joint supplement ingredients. Again, MSM is your main one. That is your main thing you want to look at when you're considering joint supplements. But a couple of other ingredients that play a huge role in helping them, depending on what the issue is glucosamine, chondro. I can't even pronounce that word.
I can't pronounce that either.
Yeah. Chondroitin sulfate, I think, is how you would pronounce that. MSM and hyaluronic and hyaluronic acid are all the main ingredients you want to look for when considering joint supplements.
Mm-hmm.
If they do not have those products in it, it's probably not a legitimate joint supplement.
Mm.
Do your own research, check with your veterinarian, but bear in mind, those are the main ingredients that make joint supplements effective.
Mm.
Those are the main ingredients that can benefit joints. And also, when you're looking at joint supplements, is it the joint itself or is it the cartilage and soft tissues within?
Yeah, because those are two different fixes.
They are. There are things that are made out there for bones, and there are things made for soft tissues, and there are things that can help with both.
Mm-hmm.
So, to finish up today's episode, even though it's kind of been a little of a chaotic episode, but we really are trying to, make sure you guys talk to your veterinarians.
Yes. We've
No-
said it a million times. and
No
we'll keep
question
repeating it.
is a stupid question, and if someone tries to humiliate you for asking it, kick them out.
Yeah.
Boot them out the door, boot their opinion out of your life, because they're considering their ego before your horse's health, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
There's always ways to learn new things, and what works for somebody may not work for somebody else. Just because I love a vitamin E MSM combo doesn't mean somebody else will.
Mhm.
They might think, oh, the vitamin E made my horse dull. I don't want to put them on that anymore. Great, don't. You
Okay.
don't have to. That's
Yeah.
your horse.
Yeah.
Do what you want, man. Do what works for your facility, what works for your herd.
And what works for your region.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We are just here to provide you guys information.
Yes.
So, to bring us to a messy conclusion, we are going to touch on gut supplements really quickly. So, gut supplements are focused on if your horse has an excess of acid, if your horse doesn't produce enough acid, if your horse has ulcers, is prone to ulcers, if your horse has something like fecal water syndrome, or maybe their gut biome just isn't where it's supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
Gut supplements are made to help with that. A couple of the ingredients you want to look for your gut supplements are things like aloe and marshmallow root. Those are very great products for guts.
Mm.
There's a specific brand I use that it's very natural in its ingredient list, actually, when you actually look at it. It was recommended by my vet, and I did my research into the product, and I was like, oh, I actually really like this product because it's very natural in its creation. It's very based in what plants.
That's always very nice.
It is. It really is. And I actually recommended it to Skylar, and she's put her horse on it now.
Mhm.
I use it for the purpose of ulcer prevention and just to help the stomach stay healthy and coated and help the intestines. You use it more as
More of like a dietary aid because the horse that we just put it on, he's got a lot of dietary problems. I mean, he came from a horrible situation, and I've talked about him before, Chance. He came from a place where they starved him to death, and he was in a hospital for quite a while, just trying to get food back in him, trying to build up his muscle, trying to get him able to walk and move around by himself. You know, it was really bad, and he's
Yeah.
come a long way, but now he's starting to regress a little bit because of the lack of work that he's been getting.
right, and his gut biome's all out of
His
whack.
gut is all wonky. Yeah.
So he's been a fun case, and you'll definitely hear more about him.
Yeah.
Because there's a couple different paths they're looking at for Chance,
Yeah.
and every path has its own education,
Mm-hmm.
good or bad.
Yes.
There is no path without bad.
Oh,
There is no win-win situation with
No.
horses.
yeah. Sometimes you gotta choose the path of least resistance or just struggle through,
Yeah.
wade through the mud.
But the main thing to today's episode, if you can go natural, go natural.
Mhm.
Less is more, believe it or not.
Yes.
Less is more.
And consult your vet. Talk
Really
to them.
do.
Ask questions.
If you suspect there's anything going on, any kind of deficiency, any kind of metabolic issue, please consult your vet.
Yeah.
Because all supplements will do is, if they assist at all, it's a band-aid.
Yeah.
It's not actually,
Fixing the issue.
it's not. And if you don't like the horse you get on a supplement, try a different supplement.
Mhm.
If you don't like what you're seeing, talk to your vet again and be like, hey, I know this is the issue. I know you recommended this, but here's the issue that's arising.
Yes.
Stay in communication with your vet. Do your own research. Use your own thinking skills. But less is more, natural is better. So, we know this episode wasn't the smoothest because...
It's a little chaotic.
but we truly want you guys to use your own brains.
Mhm.
You know your herd best. You know your horse best.
Yes, absolutely.
You are the one that is dealing with your horse on a regular basis.
Mhm.
So when someone tells you something and your gut says no,
Listen.
mm-hmm.
Trust it.
and if you're not sure why you're saying no, research.
Research and
We will
consult
say
people who might
up
know.
and down, do your research, whether it's
Yes.
talking to the people around you, talking to your vet, using the old Google box to help you out.
Mhm.
Like, there
We
are too
have
many
so-
resources in this world today.
Exactly. There's so many resources at your disposal that you can't not do something. And yeah, we hope that you gain some type of knowledge from today's episode. And if you want us to go into the particulars on a supplement or anything like that, or a type of supplement, let us know in the comments. Like, we'd love to try to do some more research ourselves and help you all.
Yeah, and we are absolutely willing to go into depth on some of this. This was just kind of a general overview of supplements as a whole and what that aisle kind of holds and what the main
Yep.
ones are that we see.
Yeah.
If there's another supplement that you guys really know about, let us know. We are always happy to further our education and to share our education.
Yes. So we hope you enjoyed today's episode, and we look forward to seeing you in the next one.
We hope you enjoyed this week's topic. Join us for new episodes every Sunday. And to keep up with the herd, be sure to follow us on Instagram at The Highline Herd and visit our website at thehighlineherd.com. We hope you enjoy the show. See you next week.